Hi, it's EmilyGignac with Skogman Realty here, and I just wanted to share with you why buying a home this year could potentially get you a lot more house than if you were to wait to buy next year. Okay, so I did some math. Here's my little Excel sheet. And what I did was I took sort of a middle of the ground approval rating. Say you went to a lender and they approved you for, I just did this based on 170. So pretend you're approved for a home that's valued at 170, or your mortgage is approved for 170. Today's interest rate is 2.8%, right in there, 2.8. So let's say that today, at a 2.8% interest rate, you are approved for $170,000 worth of house. That payment today would be, your principal and interest would be $698, and your monthly payment, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, would be about $970. Okay, so get an idea of that monthly payment of $970, your amount of house being $170, okay, $170,000. This is tipping over. Now, experts expect that interest rates are going to rise over the course of the next few years. Right now, they're at an all-time low of around 3%. Even late last year, they were even lower than that, sitting around 2.5%. That's crazy low. If you go back 30, 40 years, they were at 15%. So the average in today's world, even 5% wouldn't be astronomical to expect within the next couple of years it rising back up to. So I did some calculations at different interest rates, not knowing what it will be in 6 months, a year, but expecting that it's going to slowly rise, what that amount of house would equal to. Okay, this is hard to describe, so I'm just gonna say it. Say if interest rates rise to 4%, that $170,000 house that would now be a monthly payment of $970, if interest rates rose to 4%, your monthly payment would be $1,111. So monthly payment is more because the interest rate is more. If interest rates rise up all the way to 5%, that same $170,000 house at a 5% interest rate, now your monthly payment would be $1,200 and $1,266. So you can see it going up a lot, by hundreds of dollars. Okay, now let's flip that. Say you are still approved for the same monthly payment, because that's ultimately what a lender is going to approve you for, not the total amount of house, but the monthly amount that you're approved for. So I was just showing you how the same amount of house would cost you more. Now let's flip it, the same monthly payment, and see how much house you could get if the interest rates rise. So say you're approved for a total monthly payment, $970. Today that would get you a $170,000 house at a 2.8% interest rate at a 30-year fixed mortgage, okay? Let's say the interest rate rises to 3.5%. Still a really low interest rate. You're paying $970 a month. That would then get you only a $155,000 house. Let's move it up a little bit. Interest rates at 4%. Same $970 payment a month at 4% interest would get you a $146,000 house. Now, here's the kicker. 5% interest. You're paying $970 a month. That's only going to get you a $130,000 house. So the difference in the interest rate determines how much house you're going to get. So if you are someone who is concerned because there's not a lot of houses on the market, there's not much inventory, it's really competitive out there, first-time home buyer, you're nervous, you're just going to wait it out a year. Next year there'll be more houses, maybe your income will go up. Stop thinking that. Okay. If interest rates rise, you don't know what they're gonna be at, but you could potentially only be approved for 50 grand less of a house than you are right now. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more fighting on the behalf of your realtor, which is why I'm here. It's gonna take a little bit more creativity in your offer, in the housing purchasing process. Things might be a little bit more creative, but why would you give up that amount of house? Why would you pass up this opportunity just because you're nervous? Does that make sense? I understand the concerns. I understand that it's competitive, that it's scary, that you might lose out on a couple of offers. That's normal, but I'm here to empower you and educate you that right now is an amazing time to buy, especially as a first-time home buyer. And if you wait until next year to purchase a home that you could already afford, if you could already afford a home, I'm not saying you can't afford a home to jump into home ownership, but if you are approved for a mortgage that you feel comfortable paying and it's just waiting to see if it's the right timing, you're gonna lose out and you're gonna pass up a lot of house because what you can afford this year is probably going to be more than you can afford next year. In terms of the interest rate, housing values, if houses continue to appreciate, which they will, in the past year, houses in Iowa the average appreciation of a house in Iowa was 7% in the last 12 months, or in 2020. And so if we can expect that, the house that you're purchasing this year at 170 is gonna be 7% more next year. So all things considered, please educate yourself. Don't be scared. Talk to me and I'll tell you how it is. Okay, I hope this helped. I hope all these numbers made sense. If you have questions, reach out to me and I'd be happy to get you a coffee and chat about real estate because those are my two life passions. So yeah, have a great day. Bye.
Make a change, change your life. Life's all good in my mind. When you greet the day with joy in your eyes. So change your life.